What is going on, everybody?
Hello!
It is Pixelmonsters here, and welcome back to Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright. When we left off, this kind of really answers a lot of what's going on. That we did have the fact that Professor Layton's arm fell off, and we now know why Amir is covered in so much bling.
Yeah.
Because he fucking sold it! But we've got it back now, so...
They reattached it somehow.
And now we're going to go over the order of events as per Layton's testimonies. Because we pointed out the staff being in probably the wrong area. So let's just figure out everything that we've got going on here. First, the witch cast a spell on the professor, turning him to gold. When all of you rushed to the crime scene, that golden statue fell down, making a loud noise. Next, the witch dropped the scepter. What are you getting at, Sir Blue Knight? Witnesses agree to this order of events? That's right. They'll agree that's how it happened. But then there's the arm. Well, what about it? Spit it out. Let's assume that Maya was the witch.
What?
Now, look at the sketch again. The witch dropped the scepter for having turned the professor into gold. The scepter tumbled along the floor and was found here, as asserted by the prosecution. However, that would be impossible. There's no way it could have been there. I see what's going on with something I never would have thought about.
What?
So, I mean, I know it's a new recording session for us, so it's been like 24 hours since we recorded the last one. I'll pull up the court record for you to see. I mean, I don't know if it'll pop up on the big screen for them. It'll just pop up there.
Oh, yeah.
Because Professor Layton's arm was standing there straight up, pointing at the ceiling.
Yeah.
So how could the scepter have rolled past the hand if it was right there? Something I never would have fucking thought about. I'll be honest here. Anyways.
Oh, I see it now.
It was... I'm glad you seem to have noticed. The victim's arm was on the floor right here, standing on its end. Therefore, the scepter couldn't possibly have fallen that way. Ergo, it couldn't have been the defendant who dropped the scepter. In other words, Maya's not a witch. Ugh.
Yeah, because like the arm wouldn't be standing straight up either.
No, it would have been knocked over.
Exactly.
Order! How can this be? Inquisition's reasoning has proven invalid through just one single piece of unusual evidence.
Call it Layton's magical touch. The professor sacrificed his arm to leave us just the evidence needed to turn this thing around.
That was amazing, Mr. Wright. Professor.
Objection!
Oh
What
shit,
do
here he
you
goes.
want?
An admirable deduction, Sir Blue Knight, that I cannot deny. Even if you ought to assume your reasoning is correct, that that girl in the cage is not a witch. Even if? What?
What do you mean, even if?
In the many trials I've attended, I have become well versed in certain aspects of magic. I am all too aware of its potential to confuse people, befuddle their minds and make their memories hazy. No one can resist such a maddening influence. What are you trying to say, Inquisitor? The scepter could not have tumbled across the floor if the arm were in its way.
Yeah.
However,
What?
it floated above it.
Oh, God.
Can we be sure that that is where the arm was? Are all the witnesses able to confirm its location at the time?
Objection!
Hold your shit. We've heard that we've heard what they had to say several times now. They agree that the scepter fell after the victim fell over.
Objection!
And yet no one actually saw the scepter being dropped. Witnesses? Think back to that incident once more. Did the golden statue fall over first? Or did the staff fall before it? Think carefully about what you've seen and heard. Everything hinges on your testimonies. May your words guide us to the truth and decide the fate of this caged witch. Oh. Ah.
Why are you doing all the voices?
I don't know.
I was about to get ready to leave, but it seems there is need for further questioning.
Just ready to dip.
I was gonna go home for
Testify
lunch.
once more, witnesses. Tell us of the golden statue and Natalia Magica. Or Magica, apparently.
is what Flower Girl Kira called it.
Huh.
I was only focusing on the professor, so I don't remember much else. That's fair.
Yeah.
I don't know, I got there last. Size, that thing was glinting and glittering away, so I couldn't see much else.
Bewitched by love, or beloved by a witch. The bone cove knows not which is which.
Dearie me, I remember how obvious it seems now the staff was dropped before the statue fell over.
Well, wait a minute. What you all said just now is totally different from your previous testimonies. So, Blue Knight,
Oh god.
you're starting to notice it now, aren't you? It is the way of magic, such as the effect this black art tends to have upon those who witness it. The witnesses are not lying, but simply having trouble remembering the truth. What a convenient excuse.
Yeah.
Confronted with magic, their brains turn to mush, huh? Fuck, I'm turning into Bardley.
Ever since our ancestors drank from the fountains of wisdom and obtained the capacity for reason,
Okay.
witchcraft has been the one thing to remain incomprehensible, even to the most intelligent of us.
Why'd you get so fucking wisdomy, Judge?
Cryptic.
Nevertheless, the onus is on us to stand up.
What?
Whatever the hell that word is supposed to be.
Huh.
Against magic and fast judgment on these witches. And so here we are doing battle with the weapons of the wise. Words. With words we shall pass a judgment upon this supposed witch.
Defender, you may begin your interrogation and help us arrive at the truth.
Was that sort of like Latin or something?
I have no idea. Alright. Luke is only focused on the presser.
Which is fair.
Fair enough. Luke?
What's with the...
You said before that you heard the scepter fall to the floor. And that was after the professor fell over.
I thought so. I mean, I thought so before, but now... The more I think about it, the less certain I am that I actually heard it. How could I have been paying attention to anything else when the professor was... When he was... Oh. My memories of everything else are too fuzzy.
I guess Luke was too shocked to take in the surroundings and notice anything else.
Well, yeah.
I doubt to get any more information out of him for now. I'm sorry, Luke. I understand how hard this is for you. Let's move on to the next witness. This blabbering boy's witness is useless.
Wow.
Alright. Amir. Got their last. Glittering's fucking course. And that thing would be...
The arm of that shiny gent next to you, Bluey.
Poor Professor Layton.
No.
More rated now than ever before. And you didn't notice the scepter on the floor?
You know, I wasn't even looking at the floor. Me eyes were kind of glued to me new source of income. If anything, I may have looked up at the ceilings and that's where it was pointing. Finders keepers, eh? Into me pocket it went.
There he goes. Someone arrest this guy, please.
For real?
Get him off of here. Please stop. All right, thanks, Birdley.
You just like, no.
Would you mind translating your song into plain speech? You're fucking with me, dude. I should simplify it once more just for you as theme night in the court. First of all, let's talk about love. It's a pretty neat slang rhyme for Cove. A Cove is like the Jap, you see. Okay, was that the teacher? He was like, oh God. You're going way over. And it's about the slang words? What is going on about? Mr. Amir, you seem to be pondering something very deeply.
What?
Yeah, that looks normal.
You caught me unawares there, Bluey.
Did something in Mr. Birdley's statement catch your attention just now?
Nah, nothing in particular. Just thinking. That bird song really got to me. I really kind of feel it in me heart.
I appreciate your appreciation of my art.
You know, I meant to ask you something. Why don't you become me private bard? You can sing all about the heroic life of Amir Punching Bag the First.
Heroic life? How about horrific life of Amir Punching Bag the First? I could gladly sing of your adventures if it pleases you, kind sir.
It's exactly what I want. Show me what you got.
Very well.
Oh
As be
God!
oppressed.
What is this? This is not a tavern.
Oh, great Amir Punching Bag the First. Will new fortune quench your thirst? Having bravely fleeched the golden arm. Now you've duped the pawn shop man. I hope my song was still liking, sir.
They're very poetic.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a drink for that one too. Your drinking manner is quite inspiring. But whatever is that skull bottle hiding? Is that gonna be the important part we get from that shit?
I'm surprised you're not trying to go with the melody that they're giving you.
Listen,
It's just rap at this point. That's what you're doing.
listen. There's a lot that it takes to say the words in a rhythm while reading it that doesn't match what's going on in the rhythm versus the text and then the voices. It's just so much easier that way.
I'm sure I could do it.
I don't want to. So we've learned nothing useful at all. Just that Amir's questionable taste in music. And taste. In poison?
Sometimes it is best not to probe too deeply, Sir Blue Knight.
He literally just said, just sometimes you gotta just not think too hard about it.
Yeah.
Well then, let's just pretend we heard none of that and proceed with the interrogation.
Even the judge just like, let's just move on.
Alright.
Oh.
Remember how obvious it was that it was the staff fell first. But you haven't said anything about that until now.
Well, that couldn't have been helped.
How so?
Now, everyone, listen well. Pencils in hand, be sure to take notes. Miss Brimstone's lesson number 4. Memories are not always pretty. Some things are better forgotten. Trying to remember them only leads to trouble. This will be in the exam.
You are saying that the victim fell over and his arm broke off after the scepter was dropped? Are you not?
Correct. Well done. And so the contradiction's no more. You get a gold star, sonny.
But that's inconsistent with all the previous testimonies.
You're going to forget what I have told you, Sir Blue Knight. Witnesses are not lying. They are merely having trouble remembering the truth. We must do our utmost to find the truth within what they say.
No use. Guys aren't making any sense.
What Inquisitor Barnum said must be true. They've been confused by magic.
Espella.
We always try to make sense of what we see. So when what we see makes no sense, we lose track of what's real.
I guess that makes cross-examination a little pointless.
They're
At
all
least
basically in
Everyone
shock,
here
Mr.
believes
Wright.
it's so easy to get confused by magic. Well, we need to do something or else Maya will be done for. Listen to the witnesses again and try to find something we can use.
Good luck. You're going to need it.
Now then, the only thing I can think of is that perhaps stop. Perhaps I have to unfortunately push this again because I think that
Oh no.
Inquisitor Barnum kind of gave a hint that maybe this is one of those times to not question a witness and let them go forward with whatever they were doing. Because yeah, let's talk about was pretty neat slant rhyme for Coco was saying for Chap. You see, I'm gonna just continue past that. You have the wood, which, and a homophone, which. Right. Next, we have the glyphid consonants of beloved and bewitched. And it's ultimately a song about confusion. I'm confused. To be honest, there's nothing more to it. It's merely an artistic expression of my feelings. So, it's got nothing to do with this case, does it? I'm a will of melodious words and poetic music. That's my only claim. Pop, oh, there.
That was Luke. Did the
This
parrot
is
say
important.
something?
Parrot said, "Oh dearie, dearie me." But let's
I
see
mean,
here.
like,
At the crime scene, Luke, would you like to say something?
he's looking at the parrot. Oh, sorry, guess I spaced out a bit. What is it, Mr. Wright?
You seem to be thinking pretty hard about something during Mr. Birdley's song, or testimony just now. Is there something you would like to share with us?
Well, I've been thinking about what Mr. Barnum said a while ago.
What was that exactly?
That humans who witness magic become confused and lose sight of what's real, and they end up not knowing what actually happened. I was thinking Mr. Barnum might be right. And then it occurred to me that there might be a way. I mean, we do have with us something that's not human. Oh,
Yes. Yes, Luke.
a witness
Do
who
it.
isn't human.
Stop. Oh, dare me. Stop. This situation seems oddly familiar.
Yeah.
I'm prepared for this.
I asked him earlier if he remembers the events clearly or not. He said he has a memory better than an elephant and remembers everything perfectly well.
Oh, that's right. You can fucking talk to animals. I almost forgot. You can talk to animals.
Oh my god. We're just fusing with our characters right now, as always. Mr. Wright, I know it sounds crazy, but please let me try. Let me ask Cracker to testify.
Stop. Oh, dare me. Rock. Should I?
Do it, Nick!
I'm stuck now anyway, and the witnesses' testimonies are all over the place. New testimony would be a wild card, but I just think to turn this trial on its head. But it's a crazy idea, all right. So crazy, it just might work. If I make a mistake now, it'll put me in a tight spot.
Defender, are you still with us? This is not the time nor place for daydreaming. What do you intend to do?
Oh, it's not a daydream. It's a nightmare, all right, Judge.
As they've exhausted all means for counterattacks, Knight in blue. That one threw me off for a second. I was not prepared for the switch up. There's not time for you to drop your sword.
If you have no further questions for the witnesses, I will consider your interrogation finished. What will it be then? Are we finished here?
I've got zero time to think it over. Better make a choice now. Should I summon the parrot as a witness?
Absolutely.
Fucking let's do it. Your Honor, the defense would like to summon a new witness.
A new?
Witness, you say?
Who do you have in mind?
It's a witness you all know by the name of Mr. Cracker.
Mr. Cracker?
I know of no man by that name.
Mr. Cracker? The defense summons this new witness, Mr. Cracker the parrot.
Instead of Polly.
A parrot as a witness?
I am so...
Happy?
Yes. This is the witch's court. Joking around and be considered contempt of court.
This is my first rodeo. Cross-examination, whatever the fuck you want to call this. Mr. Cracker witnessed the crime. He saw it happen and he heard it too. He's as valid a witness as the others.
Validating a parrot as a witness.
No. That bird is nothing but a pet animal. Referring to it as Mister will not change that.
How dare you?
Humans are confused by magic to the extent they lose sight of what's real. That's what you yourself said, Inquisitor Zacharias Barnum.
Oh, full name. Oh, damn.
Putting out my full name does not help justify such brash foolishness. Inquisition is against interrogating a parrot.
He got that from Francisco.
By the way, kind sirs,
Yep.
I suppose you should know that my dear companion never forgets the sound he hears.
What?
He remembers everything he hears, huh?
It's definitely worth asking Cracker to testify.
Everyone else evacuate.
The
One-on-one
court sees the
situation.
situation as follows. The witnesses' testimonies do not hold together. In fact, they are as erratic as that bird's songs. Cannot see this trial getting any more confusing. Very well, the defense may summon this avian witness.
What the fuck is going on?
Can you believe it?
What's up with Mr. Blue Suit? Summoning a parrot as a witness?
Summoning?
Does he mean that count as familiar with sermon?
He's a witch! No.
By hook or by crook, I'll do whatever I can to save Maya.
I haven't
It's
heard
something
that saying
apparent or
in
familiar.
years.
Whatever it takes. Within the boundaries of the law, of course. This is legal, right? Can I legally cross-examine a bird? It's not illegal. I doubt they had in there.
They're gonna think Luke is a witch now. Well, no, he can't be because he's not a girl. Never mind, he's safe.
Very Oh, I didn't even get to read that. Shit.
Are you able to go back?
Nope, that feature's not in these games yet.
Oh.
Not so fast I will know where to begin, but... First of all, what's the matter with that boy looking so pleased with himself? Looks like the cat that got the cream.
Oh, that'd be me, wouldn't it? Don't mind me. Just think of me as a perch for Cracker, that's all.
And just what is the purpose of questioning a bird? A pet may well be able to repeat what others say, but it cannot talk on its own.
Everything can talk on its own. Precisely because Cracker doesn't talk in his own words that he's certain to tell us the truth.
What?
Cracker remembers every sound he hears, even just the once, with absolute perfection. So let's have him, what's it, testify?
Yeah.
Exactly what he heard.
And if Cracker can repeat every sound, I'd say this should be a valuable testimony. I cannot believe this is happening. Oh, what the fuck is my life?
That's just them now, yeah.
The witness that cannot talk will not lie either. This idea is much to my liking. So simple and easy.
Is it simple?
Well then, you witness Cracker testify to the court. He wished to know exactly what you heard from the beginning of the incident. Can't believe I'm going along with this.
Here we go, buddy. It's your time to shine. Yep.
Alright.
Okay.
Objection.
What?
What?
That's important. That's the
Yeah,
that's the which one that's the I'm trying to go back to the page of which one that is. That's the solid gold.
What? That after the clang?
So they don't have to hold the scepter to cast it, I'll assume? That's going to be my thought process. It's the only way that would really work. Because, you know, Professor Layton's arm would still be attached at that point.
Huh.
Which would mean that the scepter was dropped, because the only two things that would be dropped would be the scepter or the arm. So the scepter was dropped. What's this now?
Why, those are the sounds of the incident. Exactly as Cracker heard them.
Bullshit. Ludicrous.
Same thing.
Evidently this is nothing but a farce after all.
What do you mean, Inquisitor Barnum? I must admit I found the parrot's testimony quite impressive.
Even if that bird can accurately recall the sounds, it is clearly useless when it comes to the order of events.
Yeah, I knew he was going to say that.
What do you mean there's a problem with the order?
First, the witches managed to turn the victim into gold. Then the witches arrived. Then witnesses arrived.
The witches
It's
arrived?
reasonable to assume they cried out in terror when they did so. And yet this testimony does not accurately convey such an order of events. It starts with a sudden scream, followed by the door abruptly opening. That's right, this is all... Then a witness crying out. Next we heard the victim, having turned into gold, falling down. So far, so reasonable. But the real issue is as follows. The parrot seems to think the witch cast her spell after the witnesses entered. Such a suggestion is inconceivable, unless it's all backwards.
Yeah.
Reason is simple. At that time, the victim had already been turned into gold.
Ah.
Indeed, it is as you say, Inquisitor Barnum.
The best capacity for imitation is excellent. And see that this testimony does not have some... does have some entertainment value. However, this animal's testimony cannot be allowed to stand as proof in this honorable court of law.
Well, it couldn't have been hearing it first because they weren't there when he got turned into gold. You know what I mean? Unless the parrot could hear it from outside.
Well, because they're saying that the order of events is like, because the parrots.
No, you said it was backwards, and he couldn't have heard him saying whoever said Goldor because they weren't there yet.
I don't fucking know, man.
You know, don't write Cracker off just like that.
Do you not see how foolish you were to summon this parrot as a witness?
Not good, Phoenix. Not good at all. Should I really go through with this cross-examination when it feels like everyone in this court is against me?
That's exactly why you should
Do it. The defense wishes to cross-examine the witness.
What? Are you serious? Did you not hear what I said? Are you choosing to ignore my words?
Yes.
A witness that cannot talk cannot lie, either. This parrot's testimony is the naked truth. He's simply repeating the sounds as he heard them. It's humans who make assumptions about the meaning of those sounds and arbitrarily decide whether the testimony is good or not. But as knights of the court, shouldn't we be striving to uncover the truth to which this parrot holds the key?
Holy hell, Phoenix.
The truth, you say? Very well. Show us the truth that this bird purportedly knows. Interrogate that parrot, and I shall enjoy the show.
Will you do it, Mr. Wright?
Do you think it's hopeless? I mean, I've done this before, but it was... oh, God.
I'm not going to answer that.
Defender, you may interrogate the witness.
Interrogate, that's a way to put it.
That's how they'd say cross-examination here, remember?
I know.
I don't know why you're still surprised. Alright.
Because... it feels like it's like you hear Godor, and then there's a dropping sound. You hear dearie me from the lady. What's up?
He's saying go door, not Goldor.
I think that's the word. That's the incantation.
No, Goldor. He's saying go door. It's even spelled as go door put together. See?
Yeah. Let's press it. That's the magic incantation, isn't it?
Objection.
Preposterous at this stage, the victim was already on the floor. The transportation spell had to have been used much earlier than that.
I wonder. Luke, what about you? Did you hear the incantation too?
La 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 la.
Hi. La 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 la.
Hang on.
Excuse me, Mr. Birdley? How may I help you, sir? I'd been meaning to ask this. I'd been meaning to ask this before, but why are you still on the witness stand? Are you suggesting I should leave my dear partner alone with strangers who cannot even sing? Huh? The very sight of cracker causes the finest songs definitely form in my mind. Stilton, cheddar, or smoked cheese. I like my crackers with any of these. That was the cracker song. It is now crisp and full. Isn't now crisp and full of flavor?
Oh my god.
Right. Anyway, would you mind remaining quiet for the rest of Cracker's cross-examination?
I certainly got the munchies. Continue the interrogation. Does anyone have any cheese and crackers?
What happens if I go in a circle? Doing the circle.
Do you think there's anything important in Mr. Cracker's testimony?
There seemed to be a fundamental problem with what he repeated. Why would the incantation come after the professor was turned to gold?
Because it's not the incantation. Mr. Cracker can't tell lies, right?
Yeah? He can only repeat the sounds he heard. Maybe we're just misinterpreting Cracker's testimony.
Uh-huh.
For the time being, let's have another look at the court record and the Grand Grimoire.
Yes, of course. I
All
feel
right.
so smart right now. I know I'm right.
There you are.
He's saying go door.
So?
Go door.
Let's go for
Go
it.
to the door.
Objection.
You did it. Good job. There is a critical contradiction in this testimony.
We're all aware of that, Sir Blue Knight. This contradiction is between your so-called desire to find the truth and the fact that you are interrogating a parrot.
Motherfucker. That's not what I'm talking about, Inquisitor. There's a contradiction here that makes one thing particularly clear. The fact that we have clearly all made the wrong assumption.
I didn't.
How so?
And we'll talk about that next time.
I'm so smart.
There you go, you did the thing!
I stole my rightful place in the spotlight. Bow down to me.
All right now.